Welcome to PVT Express News. Subscribe to the channel and don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our news today includes the following content.
Xukai can't save Hunan TV's You Are More Beautiful Than the Starlight? It was a big hit, but the audience gave it a lot of negative reviews. You Are More Beautiful Than the Starlight starring Xukai and tansongyun finally met the audience. In the current situation where the film and television drama market is full of costume dramas, this modern idol drama can be said to have injected vitality into the entire July market. Before the show was broadcast, the wedding photos of Xukai and tansongyun successfully attracted a large number of viewers. But after the official broadcast, after watching the 4 episodes of the plot, it can be said that most of the audience were disappointed. The stereotyped character setting and vulgar plot made the audience dream back to Yangzi while abandoning the show. So, let's take a look at the thundering plots of You Are More Beautiful Than the Starlight. The plot is bloody and the routine is outdated. When the new show was broadcast, the first thing the heroine Jixing explained was that she had a stable relationship with her boyfriend. The audience also shouted, "Xukai is waiting for others to break up again this time, this is simply his fate." Speaking of this, our male protagonist, Han played by Xukai, finally appeared. As the male protagonist who just returned to China but was tripped up, Han directly hit the snake at its weakest point, got the handle of the key director, and cracked the cousin's power. After Han, a bunch of overbearing CEOs spoke, "If my cousin knew when to advance and retreat," and gave up Dongyang Medical. Xukai is of course handsome, but the audience is puzzled. The cousin has worked hard for so many years, why did she give up as soon as the male protagonist came back, just because of the protagonist's halo? However, the encounter between the male and female protagonists is really bloody and old-fashioned. It's 2024, and the joke of hitting a luxury car with a bicycle really makes the audience dream back to Chu Yuxuan. You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight does have some useless creativity. The heroine did not directly crash into the hero's luxury car, but let the heroine squeeze the takeaway electric bike and cause a car crash. While this plot is old-fashioned, it can also highlight the responsibility and commitment of the heroine. It's just a pity that the takeaway boy was innocently implicated. When the camera came to the company, the vicious second female lead of this drama made a grand appearance. After Molan left the makeup of Do You Know, her appearance dropped several levels. Look at this swollen face. It's really not enough to be a vicious but beautiful second female lead. Just looking at the male lead, her eyes are stuck to the male lead and can't be pulled off. It feels like she treats the male lead as her own property. The vicious second female lead is confirmed. Moreover, the setting of the second female lead in the play is exactly the same as other supporting actresses. She has silently protected the male lead for a long time. She has a successful career in good looks, but she can't get the male lead's love. The heroine has already proven that she is beautiful, rich, and has her own company, but she still clings to the hero. If that were the case, the second female lead could be said to be a tragic character who cannot get the love she wants. However, the screenwriter arranged for the second female lead to deliberately target the heroine in the subsequent plot, which led to the heroine being excluded and forced to resign. Even after the heroine started her own business, the second female lead has been suppressing the heroine's career, and even to the point where she was warned by the hero. Such a plot can be said to completely diverge from the taste of the heroine being delicate, the hero being domineering, and the second female lead being vicious in this old romance drama. The subsequent plot is the many encounters between the hero and heroine, and the many times the hero saves the heroine from danger. The heroine's report was stolen by a colleague, and the hero saw it at a glance, and directly stood up for the heroine. Later, when the heroine was taken to a party by the boss to socialize, and even felt that she was being taken advantage of, it was the hero who took the initiative to stand up and ordered the heroine to leave. Then the plot focuses on the hero's secret love story. When they worked together in college, he was ready to confess to the heroine, but he received a notice to study abroad immediately, and the text message sent to the heroine seemed not to be received. Even though they hadn't seen each other for 10 years, Han secretly named the company Xingyue behind the scenes. Whether it is the meaning of Jixing is happy or Xingyue Jixing, the audience is very happy. It turns out that love brain is the best dowry for the hero. Also, when the heroine was touched on the buttocks, although she called the police, it was difficult to determine the suspect's criminal process for a while because she was in the blind spot. At this critical moment, it was the hero who helped again, asking the assistant to keep an eye on the progress, and also cheated the big pig's hoof at the critical moment, so that the heroine successfully got the innocence she deserved. The audience was quite dissatisfied with this plot. There should be fingerprints on the heroine's skirt, and she should be able to prove the whole thing independently. But for the sake of shaping the male lead, the female lead was chosen to be the tool for the male lead to show his affection and intelligence again. However, tansongyun's acting skills in this section are good. When she knew that she might not get justice, tears appeared in Jixing's eyes, and her red eyes showed her grievances. After getting the support of the male lead and feeling protected, she couldn't hold back her grievances. Tansongyun acted this emotional transition very naturally, and the tears in her eyes looked very pitiful. In the 3rd episode, Jixing and Han finally recognized each other and confirmed their memories of each other in college. The audience was also very happy to see them recognize each other, and they could finally consider the development of the emotional line in the later period. However, the rough emotional line between the male and female protagonists actually revealed the problems of the screenwriter. Failure of character creation. Although You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight has only been broadcast for a few episodes, it is enough to see the failure of the screenwriter in adaptation and character creation. In the original novel, Jixing met Han during the process of starting a business, and the two of them developed feelings from nothing. Perhaps the screenwriter's writing skills were not good enough, and he could not write the gradually developing emotional line between the two. So in the drama version, they were changed to classmates in college. With the interaction in college, Han Ting's special treatment of Ji Xing had reasons, and the screenwriter did not have to rack his brains to think about how they fell in love, which can be said to be very convenient. However, the most speechless problem is that the audience did not see what the heroine in college had to attract the hero, and the hero fell in love with her. This can be said to be a shift in the problem, but the problem still exists. It's okay to have problems in the shaping of the emotional line. Not only is the man handsome and the woman beautiful, but it can also be supported by the atmosphere. However, the shaping of other characters in the play can be said to be extremely stereotyped and old-fashioned. Because the plot starts with the fact that the heroine has a boyfriend, the audience has been looking forward to a breakup with this boyfriend. When this boyfriend came out, the audience felt that his appearance was still okay, but his hair was a little bald, and he looked old-looking. As for the boyfriend of the heroine, the plot also had some vulgar adaptations. In the original novel, the boyfriend of the heroine broke up peacefully because Ji Xingyao started a business, so the two of them had different paces and ideals. However, in the drama version, in addition to the description of the boyfriend's lack of support for entrepreneurship, a suspected cheating plot was added. If the image of the male protagonist is to be set off by the cheating of the male second, it is really a very failed writing. Judging from the current plot, the boyfriend of the heroine is only temporarily unable to accompany her closely because of a long-distance relationship, but he has always been very attentive to accompany the girl in her life. It can be said that he is a dutiful boyfriend candidate. Therefore, the audience is also very confused about such an adaptation. Why must a decent breakup be changed into a vulgar plot, which also affects the three-dimensionality of character creation? Conclusion. You Are More Beautiful Than the Stars has been on the air for a short time, but the advantages and disadvantages of the show are still very obvious. According to the interview, the show has thousands of kissing scenes, which can be said to make the audience look forward to it. With such a sweet drama in the summer season, it can be said that the summer is full of sweetness. The disadvantages are actually quite obvious, which is a common problem of idol dramas. The depiction of the career line is too rough, which becomes a foil for shaping the emotional line. Fortunately, xukai and tansongyun's CP feeling can save it. So, will you watch the sweet drama You Are More Beautiful Than the Stars?
What do you think about this? This concludes our news section. Welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments area. Let's discuss it together. Welcome. Don't forget to give me a like and follow. Thank for all.